He harnessed the power of lightning and gave the world the future. He was a visionary who saw a century ahead of his time, a mind that illuminated the globe with alternating current, radio, and countless other marvels. Yet, this same man, whose intellect birthed the modern age, died alone, in debt, and all but erased from the very history he helped create. This is the story of Nikola Tesla, the genius the world tried to forget. Born in 1856 in a small village in the Austrian Empire, now Croatia, Tesla was a child unlike any other. From an early age, he was haunted and blessed by visions, flashes of light that revealed inventions in his mind, fully formed and functional before he ever touched a tool. He possessed a photographic memory, capable of memorizing entire books and performing complex calculus in his head. While other children played, young Tesla was consumed by a singular obsession: electricity. He studied by candlelight, devouring every text he could find, driven by an insatiable curiosity about the invisible forces that governed the universe. His mind was a laboratory, a place of solitude where he designed the very systems that would one day power our civilization. He knew, even then, that his destiny was intertwined with the untamed energy of the cosmos. Arriving in America in 1884 with just 4 cents in his pocket, a book of poetry, and a letter of introduction to Thomas Edison, Tesla was brimming with ambition. He believed his revolutionary idea for an alternating current, or AC, system would change the world. But Edison, a stubborn advocate for his own direct current, or DC, system, dismissed him. This rejection sparked one of the greatest rivalries in the history of science, the War of Currents. Edison, a master of public relations and ruthless business tactics, launched a smear campaign against AC, staging public electrocutions of animals to portray it as dangerous. But Tesla, backed by George Westinghouse, knew his system was superior, more efficient, and capable of transmitting power over vast distances. He was a creator, not a competitor. Yet, the more he created, the more powerful enemies he made. The war was not just about science, it was about control, profit, and power. The 1893 World's Fair in Chicago was Tesla's triumph. His alternating current system illuminated the White City in a dazzling display of light, proving its superiority beyond any doubt. The world was finally ready for his vision. With this victory, he secured the backing of one of the most powerful men in America, the financier J.P. Morgan. Tesla's dream was grander than ever. He began construction of the Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, a magnificent structure designed not just to send messages, but to transmit free, wireless electricity to the entire planet. It was to be his ultimate gift to humanity, but this dream of a connected, empowered world threatened the very foundations of the industrial economy. When Morgan realized that free energy couldn't be metered and sold, he abruptly pulled all funding. The tower, once a symbol of a brilliant future, became a monument to betrayal. Tesla was left ruined, his greatest project abandoned, a casualty of corporate greed. The fall of Wardenclyffe marked the beginning of a long, slow decline. Without funding, countless other inventions remained trapped in his mind or as sketches on paper. He had conceptualized remote control, robotics, vertical takeoff aircraft, and even a directed energy weapon he called the Teleforce or Death Ray, which he believed could end all wars. But these ideas, which sound like science fiction even today, were far too advanced for a world that had just betrayed him. His patents gathered dust, his notebooks were filled with designs that would never be built, and his greatest contributions were slowly being credited to others. The world moved on, powered by his inventions, while the inventor himself was left behind, a ghost in the machine he had built. On January 7, 1943, Nikola Tesla was found dead in his room at the Hotel New Yorker. He was 86 years old. Within hours of his death being announced, the U.S. government's Office of Alien Property Custodian seized all of his belongings. FBI agents descended upon his hotel room, confiscating trunks full of research, blueprints, and personal notes, decades of work from one of history's most brilliant minds. A top MIT scientist was brought in to analyze the documents, specifically searching for details on his death ray and other advanced weapons. Many of these files were classified as top secret. To this day, despite the declassification of some documents, many researchers believe that a significant portion of Tesla's work remains hidden from the public, locked away in government vaults. The man who gave so much was, in the end, treated like a threat. The final years of Tesla's life were spent in quiet solitude. He moved from one New York hotel to another, his eccentricities growing more pronounced. He became obsessed with feeding the pigeons in Bryant Park, treating them as his only friends. His once sharp suits grew worn, and his towering physical presence began to fade. He was a recluse, a forgotten giant living in the heart of a city that pulsed with the very currents he had unleashed. The world he had electrified had no more room for him. He was a man out of time, living with the ghosts of what could have been, a lonely king in a kingdom of his own making, misunderstood and abandoned by the society he had so desperately tried to serve. Look around you. The light in your home, the wireless technology in your hands, the radio waves that fill the air all bear the fingerprints of Nikola Tesla. His genius is woven into the fabric of modern life. He was a man who dreamed of a better, more connected world, free for all. Society may have tried to forget him, to write him out of the history books in favor of more marketable figures. But you cannot erase a legacy that is all-encompassing. You cannot silence the man who gave the world its voice and its light. The future, as he predicted, is now telling the truth. And his name, once whispered in the shadows, now echoes like thunder. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, please like this video and subscribe for more journeys into the lives of the world's forgotten pioneers.